We've come to expect the unexpected in Rock Hill, and once again this weekend at Throw Pink and USDGC, we were reminded exactly why. From Kyle Klein's extraordinary sprint towards a major title, to the madness of the final round in FPO, the unexpected, the unlikely is exactly what happened. Let's talk about it. But first, hello, my name is Mason and welcome to hyzerflight. This channel has been dormant for a while and I know nobody really cares, but I kind of wanted to talk about why. Over the past year, I have been creating videos for the Disc Golf Network under the name The Wind Read. This has been a really fun project, so if you like video essays about disc golf, go check out the library of almost 20 videos that I've made. Some are free on YouTube and then some require a DGN subscription. That being said, I'm really excited to be back on my own channel and I'm just excited to talk some disc golf. So let's get into it. I want to start with the Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship because it was a great one. I plan on making a retrospective type video this offseason where I rank the tournaments based off of how exciting they were, and this event will surely be at the top of the list. If you haven't seen the final round, go do yourself a favor and watch it because this round was enthralling from start to finish. Different names were taking the lead and then someone would fall back and then another person would make a surge and then a mistake, and then of course it all led to a playoff. I want to talk about exactly who was in contention. I still don't understand how people can sleep on Evelina Salonen and Henna Blomroos. I hate lumping these two together, but they really are just so similar in many ways. Both are young Finnish stars in the making that can throw a mile, can do so accurately, and both, to be blunt, don't putt well. It really cannot be understated though, just how much better than the field they are often throwing the disc. At Throw Pink, Evelina was first in strokes gained tee to green and Henna was naturally second. At the same time, Evelina was 35th in strokes gained putting and Henna was 31st. These statistics perfectly encapsulate the story of these two. And this is not just a one-off occasion. Event after event after event, both Evelina and Henna lead in throwing metrics while being near the bottom of the pack in the putting metrics. I've said this 100 times, but if they can simply pick up the putting, even marginally, I mean, they don't need to be Owen Scoggins, but if they can make just a few more circle one putts per event, they will start to not only win, but consistently win. That's all there is to it. I will be watching closely over the offseason if Henna and Evelina can improve their putting or if we'll continue to see more of the same. Ella Hansen was also in contention at several points during this event. She reminds me a lot of Henna and Evelina in some ways, though with slightly better putting. Ella represents this new generation of FPO where big distance is becoming far more commonplace. We saw Ella almost take down Waco this year, and at the rate she's improved since coming onto the tour, she will win a big one soon. It's inevitable in my opinion. I see it happening early on in the 2024 season at one of the stops like Emporia or Jonesboro or one of the Texas courses that really rewards accurate distance. Then of course, like clockwork, Kristen Tatar was in the mix. I wondered if we'd see a bit of decline in focus from Kristen after completing the major Grand Slam at US Women's, and I think we did to a certain extent. She was, of course, still the same person she's been all season, but not to such a degree that she'd win by 15 strokes or something like she's done plenty of times before. I did a video for the Wind Read where I break down Kristen's historic 2023 season. I will link it in the description. Another video I did recently was talking about the World Championships, and this is what I said about Holyn Handley. I think a win for Holyn Handley on the Pro Tour is not an if, but a win. We've still not seen her ceiling, and she has all of the tools to really start affecting the division. She certainly affected the division this weekend with her first big win. I'll leave it for others to talk about the controversial OB call on 18, blah, blah, blah. Regardless, Holyn Handley is deservedly the Throw Pink champion. She wasn't really even in contention heading into the final round. She was in 5th place, 6 strokes off of Kristen Tatar's lead. It looked to me heading into the final round like another Kristen win and another top 5 for Holyn. Instead, Handley looked dialed right out the gate. She was exuding confidence and her play matched. Holland was 11 down through 16 holes and did not miss a circle one putt the entire final round when it mattered most. She then faced the division's Goliath in Kristen Tatar in a playoff and did not blink. Props to Holland Hanley for this momentous win. I think that if Kristen slows down even slightly next year and these women I just mentioned find ways to round out their game, then I think Throw Pink may have been a time machine showing us what we can expect to see in the FPO division in 2024. Of course, for now, even with Holland's win, Kristen Tatar remains on the throne.
Another birdie would seal the win here. Yeah! For $35,000. Congratulations, Ricky Wysocki, your Pro Tour champion 2022.
Let's now look at USDGC, and I really want to focus just on our winner, disc golf's newest major champion, Kyle Klein. It really is telling for the division that in the last 5 majors, 4 of them were won by first-time major champions. And there's big names that still don't have a major. Calvin Heimberg doesn't have one. Simon Lizotte doesn't have one. Ricky Wysocki hasn't won one in years. MPO is rife with talent right now. I won't keep stating the obvious, but the parity at the top of the division is undeniable week after week. It makes these tournaments so much more fun to watch. Of course, we expected the wire-to-wire finish that USDGC usually produces, but Kyle decided not to make it close despite a triple bogey on hole 18. This has to feel vindicating for Klein after his second place finish at the European Open this year, and of course after the playoff loss to Paul McBeth in 2021 at USDGC. We've seen time and time again in our sport, most recently with Corey Ellis, that these heartbreaking losses can pave the way to major titles. Kyle has it all: a consistent and aggressive putt that nearly always finds chains, a great forehand, and of course his backhand is fantastic. His form in particular is textbook in displaying the slingshot type lag required to generate incredible power with a smaller frame. Kyle is one of those guys who I wouldn't call the most consistent in the world, but if he's on for that weekend, he can light up any style of course. In particular, his win from the chase card shooting 13 down this year at Waco was a masterclass in scoring. Klein looked very poised this weekend. He won handily while taking multiple bogey strokes in every single round. What was particularly interesting to me was the lack of big names at the top for the majority of this tournament. Instead of Calvin and Ricky and Gannon, we had Joel Freeman and Sullivan Tipton and Bradley Williams. Of all of those names that were there, Bradley and Kyle seemed to me the most capable of maintaining the pace to take it down, and of course, Kyle Klein did. He headed into the final round of a major with a lead on a course that is designed to make you crack under the pressure, and he excelled. Yes, he slowed down at the end when he could afford to, but Kyle started 9 down through the first 11 holes under the pressure of the final round of a major. That's how you close it out. Congratulations to Kyle, the major was well earned. That is all I have today here on hyzerflight. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing or just clicking the like button just to help the algorithm out a little bit in promoting my videos to others. It really means a lot. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you all around. Bye.